Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. I'm about to prepare dinner. I want to prepare soup, ogbono and egusi soup. Yes, I'm going to be mixing two of them together, ogbono and egusi together. So that's what I'm cooking today, okay? I've already prepped my ingredients. I already boiled my meat and my stockfish. I have my egusi is ground, my crayfish is ground. So what's left right now is for me to just start cooking. I did like this so that this video won't be too long and so that I can do it quickly. So, how has life been in Lagos? Life has been good. Life has been very, very good. But living in Lagos is before we came to live in Lagos permanently, I used to have I'm that girl that has always wanted to live in Lagos. I have always wanted to live in Lagos. I've always wanted to live in Lagos. So to get this opportunity, I'm very, very grateful for that. When you come and go, you think that um, I don't know how to put it. When I was coming and going, the experience was different to what it is now, living here permanently. Now, I'm not complaining because I'm enjoying my stay here. I'm enjoying my new home, but man, Lagos is a fast life, right? Lagos is a fast life, and the kind of life, let me not, the kind of life they live in Lagos is quite fast. It goes by quickly, the day goes by quickly. And to live and be comfortable in Lagos, you need to have everything in place. You need to have everything in place. I remember when I told my younger sister that we were moving permanent to Nigeria, that we were moving to Lagos, she was like, because you know, fit stay for Lagos. The madness for Lagos dey too much. You know, fit stay for Lagos. You know, fit stay for Lagos. Because of the hold up and just the fast life, just the 24/7 life that is being lived in Lagos. Here, let me throw this away. The 24/7 life that is being lived in Lagos. Here, when I say 24/7, I mean 24 hours round the clock. I don't know if these people in Lagos, I don't know if they sleep at all. Like, I don't know if they sleep. I remember last year when we came here for Christmas, on the day we left back to Lome, we left as early as after 5 in the morning. And by that time, it was not even bright yet. It was not even bright. The weather was still dark. And as we were going, I could remember the market we passed by on our way. The market people, there were people in the market as early as that time in the morning, buying and selling. I'm like, oh my God, these people, do they sleep in the market? Do they sleep in the market? So to live and be comfortable in Lagos, you need to have everything in place. And I remember when my sister was telling me, was asking me, can you live in Lagos? Can you live in Lagos? I remember telling her that to be happy and not go crazy in Lagos, in your area where you stay, if you have a market around you, if you have a school for your kids around you, if you have a church around you, if you have a hospital that you go to, a good hospital around you, you won't have a problem. Let's take, for instance, if you live on the mainland and in the area where you live, you have all these things around you. Even if you want to go to maybe somewhere like Victoria Island or Lekki or something, you know that it's something you do once in a while. It's not something you do every day. My point is live where you work, okay? When you're living in a certain area, make sure you have everything around you. You have schools around you, you have the church, the market, the post office, your healthcare center around you. If you have all that around you, you are good to go, right? Anyway, like I was saying, it's been quite an experience. I'm still getting used to it. I will not tell you that, oh, I've gotten used to it. I've gotten 100% used to it. My in-law, my brother-in-law, has been, himself and his wife, they've been very, very helpful. They've been very, very helpful. and they've really, really helped us out a lot. I'm really grateful for that. This onions is bad. I have to take it out. Anyway, since we came, I've been trying to, put a lot of things in place and just find myself and find my way and see how I can make us stay comfortable here and stress free for me. Like when we were living in Lome, I had I made sure I put everything that I needed in place. Like I didn't have to stress myself a lot because I'm not mobile. I'm not mobile. So I tried to make sure that I have everything in place. For my children, where they were going to school in Numa was very, very far away from home. So we had a driver that we paid on a monthly basis to take them to school and bring them back home every day. And anytime I wanted to go somewhere else, maybe somewhere else far, and I wanted to go with the kids, I would always call him on phone and he'll come and take us, and you know, I would pay him. I had other bike men around too. That, for instance, if I wanted to go to the market, I could just call them on phone, and they'll come and take me to the market. They'll wait for me to shop, and they'll bring me back home. Sometimes when I run out of gas, I call them on phone, I give them money, I give them the cylinder, and they go and buy it for me. The people that took out our trash, I had their number. They come on a weekly basis, twice a week, and they come to pick up the trash and I pay them. Everything was in place. Everything was in place for me. So I wasn't stressed. Being that I wasn't mobile, I wasn't stressed at all. I wasn't stressed at all. So that is kind of the strategy I'm trying to adopt here in Lagos. See that I put things in place, or people that render a certain kind of service in place, just to make my life stress free. So thankfully, before we moved in here, the shop where I went to buy my gas cooker, the lady there, she's Igbo. So there was this taxi man that she called, and he was the one that brought the gas home for me that day. So yesterday, I kind of had this thought. I'll be going back there to her shop again for my deep freezer. So when I get there, I'm going to have to, talk with the man and just have him in place, especially for something like buying fuel and 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 gas. This one that they banned Okada in Lagos. That's my main problem now. They've banned Okada in Lagos. So their mode of transportation right now is keke or taxi. So, and for you to take keke when you're going somewhere, you have to walk out of your street and go out into the main road to get keke. So I'm just trying to see how I can put things and people that render a certain kind of service in place. As for trash, I already got someone that does that. So life is good. It's a little stressful and faster here in Nigeria, especially Lagos, but life has been very, very good, and I'm very, very grateful to God. Oh my God, taking the lazy. Talking while cooking can really slow you down. So I'm going to try and minimize the talking and just cook so that I can finish up. So let me wash my hands and then we can start cooking. You guys close. First of all, let me open up this pressure pot because the pot is still hot. So I'll just leave it like this for the steam to. I'm going to add all the egusi, so it's more of egusi. The egusi I'm adding is more than the ogbono. Need to keep frying. Okay. The stockfish. I'll be adding the stockfish and the our soup is boiling now. This is what we have. I already added the amount of beef I want. This one, I'm going to dry it in the oven. And then I'll store it for, I don't know, maybe rice or something. So I'm just going to let this cook properly. Then I'll just go ahead and start peeling my uh, I'll go ahead and start peeling my uziza. So while I'm peeling my uziza, I'm going to let this cook properly cook, and then I think I'm going to have to turn off the heat so that it doesn't burn. So this is the ogbono that is left. I'm going to keep it for future use. Let me just quickly pluck my uziza. Just going to try and pick out the fresh ones. My favorite vegetables to cook with is uziza and nchangu. I love to make soup with uziza and nchangu. I'm not that woman that will, my first color vegetable will be ugu. I don't really like ugu a lot. I don't know why. I'm not crazy about that vegetable, and I hardly use it. I hardly use it, except I'm making vegetable soup, But if I'm not making vegetable soup, but most times when I'm even making vegetable soup, I tend to go for water leaf and okazi. When it comes to yam, jiogogo, instead of using ugu, I'll use green, the one we call green. I don't know the real name, but we grew up calling it green. I'm sure if you're Nigerian, you understand what I'm talking about. We grew up calling it green, and the other one you call shoko. That other leaf that has a pink, is it pink or red now? Red coloring in the middle. Shoko. We grew up eating it. We ate a lot of it in Benin while we were growing up. So if I want to make porridge yam, that's jiogogo, I'd rather go for green or shoko if I can find shoko. I hardly use ogo when I feel like, oh, I've not used this vegetable enough and my kids may not be used to it. Let me just use it for their sake, so that they will know so that they will get to know the vegetable and get to know also that it is very nutritious. I think I'm done plucking the fresh ones. These other ones are going to go in the bin. So, hey, people should pardon this video, the picture. I'm still struggling to find an angle. So right now I'm going to add my dried fish. I'm going to add my dried fish. Don't want to add too much, so that my kids will not leave the food for me, especially my son. He will not leave the food for me. Oh. I'm going to be adding onga crevy, onga, that's shrimp. Okay, I got this one from Lumetu when I was coming. I love using the seasoning cube. And I don't think I'm going to add everything because the soup already tastes good. The better sides. I'm carrying my tripod with one hand and stirring the soup with the other hand. In goes my uziza. I don't know what your problem is, Eva. But get out from there. I'm going to stir this and then I'm going to cover the pot and just let it cook on low heat for another 3 to 5 minutes. And then our soup will be ready. There was a soap dispenser that came with this sink. There was a soap dispenser that came with it. But I think in the process of fixing the sink, the man that fixed it misplaced the pipe that draws the liquid from the bottle. He misplaced the pipe and I just removed it. I've tried to find a pipe to fit. Let me show you the dispenser so that you understand what. Yeah. So this is the dispenser that came along with the sink. This is supposed to go from inside here. You put it under, and then this one is attached to the top. So the pipe that came along with it was somehow misplaced when they were installing the sink. So I've been trying to find a pipe that can fit the opening in here. I've been trying to find a pipe. I can't. If I can find a pipe that will fit it, I'll fix it and I'll put it back here. If I can't find a pipe, then so be it. So finally, this is what we have. So I placed the plate inside a bowl of cold water so that the can cool easily.